Yes, there we go. We are live once again. Welcome back, everyone. The Legacy of Mythal campaign. So, but we're still short a player this week with the switch in schedule, but we will soldier on, see what happens. So last week, in the from the 17th of Flame Rule to the 20th in 1503 DR, the heroes had finished killing or capturing the orcs. They looted most of the dead orcs. Those they got to that the gnome didn't reach first for the most part, and questioned the one they captured. They discovered that the raid was coordinated by two of the older orcs who wanted to prove themselves by going against the wisdom of the elders. And the main tribe encampment is both huge and several days' travel to the east. Feeling safe from further attack and at the urging of Kashara, they let the captured orc go free. Then they traveled some more and continued to Waterdeep. What? You think that was the wrong thing?
To let them go, yeah, because now the tribe will come back as we killed all of their kids and want some little revenge.
Well, remember, one had already escaped that you didn't stop. So this was the second one.
Yeah, I know. But either way, yeah, we should expect that. Pass that word around to everybody.
So they arrived in Waterdeep, and they got rooms at Safe Haven Inn in Kerrigan's Court in the South Ward. And before eating dinner, several of the party went to report in with the local faction leaders. Jinx reported to Ramalia Haventree of the Harpers at Old Brenter Villa in the North Ward, and in addition to sharing information, asked her about the Dagger of Alaris and if she knew anything more about it. She had never heard of the artifact before, and said it was beyond her ability to research. She offered to take it to her daughter, who is the current Blackstaff, but Jinx would not part with the dagger. Smock reported to Savra Bellabranta of the Order of the Gauntlet at the Halls of Justice in Castle Ward. And actually, Spot, you weren't here last week, but if you may remember the name Savra Bellabranta from the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign. She was the noble from Waterdeep who supplied the griffins that they were riding. So in there he learned about additional cult raids to the northeast. Savra also mentioned that soon there would be council meetings in the city to gather faction leaders and related resources together to discuss how to further address the threat that the cult posed. And any additional information that could be delivered to her would be valuable, as she would be the primary representative at the meetings for the Order of the Gauntlet. He also set up a special meeting the next day, an opportunity for Hef to see a griffin up close. Alamir had been contacting various resources in Hill's Edge, Candlekeep, and finally Obslin Minstrelwish at Twilight Hall, who was able to give him the name of a local resource who might be able to transform the Junior Displacer Beast Pelt into a working Cloak of Displacement. His name is Paneth Grimborn and lives on Northern Diamond Street in Seaward. And he was told that a favor could be called in instead of having to pay for the work to be done. Luna reported to Melanor Fellbranch at Falconmere in South Ward, but said nothing of his visit and was unusually quiet and reserved when he returned. Spot spent the time looking to help local street urchins, as he likes to do when spending time in the city, which I hope is okay there, Spot, and we'll talk about that in a sec. After dinner, Smock asked if people were interested in a good drink, as he had also gotten the name of a local tavern from Savra, so they headed out to find the Red Gauntlet. And on the way there, they rounded a corner and noticed dark forms on a rooftop ahead. There were two humanoid forms with black scales that Jinx identified as a form of black dragon spawn, and they ran forward and dropped off the roof to engage the heroes. And we are still in the middle of that battle. But before we jump back into the battle at the top of the round, which, wait, how come we lost? We lost. How did we lose our turn order?
It's never truly lost, just like at the bat, nothing else.
Oh, but this case it is truly lost. I didn't notice that, or I would have done something about it already.
But we have the actual fight still in text, so we can see who was after who.
That's true. That's
And
true.
I rolled, so you can go, Alamir, Initiative 4.
So let's just very quickly. I'm just gonna very quickly just kind of, let's see, add turn. Oh wait, no.
There you go. There it is. Good. There you go.
Wait, do you
Yeah,
do you
that's
see
it.
all those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. All right.
We see you're taking away the third of those beasts, the last one, or is that going to stay?
No,
Is there
I'm
a
taking
third
away.
one we should know about?
No,
Okay.
no, because it appeared as soon as I said add turn. All right.
There you go. We're good.
We're good. But before we get to that, Spot, when you entered the city of Waterdeep, you had never been here before. You've heard many stories. You immediately recognized with your streetwise knowledge of cities that you could probably spend the rest of your life helping wayward youth in this city. It is so much variety and depth. It truly, to the level that it really doesn't even like socioeconomic level doesn't matter as much as it has in other cities. There are issues at all levels and of all different types. So you would have gone out and probably tried to address some of that, right? You're muted. We can't hear you.
But yes, at least take note of as much chaos of the chaos and put it into a reasonable marching order, I guess, of what I can define in that just by looking and seeing and watching and whatever. And then if I see somebody struggling, I would probably step in and help out in whatever way I could. Yeah.
Yep.
Same way I have with all of my friends.
So you had been out when like you had left during dinner. You had left a little early and gone out to go do some of that. You were still in South Ward, having crossed over the main road that heads north through the city to the west side of South Ward. And in talking to some of the youth in the area, had heard a disturbing tale of scaled creatures that had been seen on the rooftops to the north of where you were.
I would go check them out then, I guess, to make sure that they're not hurting anybody.
Then when you do, you see you up ahead to the north, you see a couple blocks away, Jinx, Alamir, and Hef seemingly engaged, running back, casting spells, shooting arrows from their position. So go ahead and here, let me put your token on the map. I need to get to it. Hello. There we go. Difficult to do this on. There you are. Copy. All right. Get back down here. Hello. There we are. And paste. Did you get it? There we go. So I'm going to add Spot just to the bottom in the map down here. Go ahead and roll yourself into the turn order. Oh, well, look at that. Spot, it is your turn.
So I see them engaged with something around the corner.
Yes, exactly.
5.
And you don't see Smock, so you know the usual suspect. So
40, 45, 50, 55. So 55 feet gets me to there.
And make a perception check if you would, please.
Sure.
Whoop.
13, but my passive is 13, so yeah, that's
all right. So yep. So you still don't see what they're. You see some people off to your left and some others way off down to the right, and you just pass some. They hear the commotion, some kind of battle being taken, and like smart water Davians, they are moving as quickly as they can away from the commotion. So go ahead and continue your turn.
I am going to use wind, and I am going to use wings unfurled with it. So as I start running up that 55 feet, I use my step of the wind. The spectral wings fly out from behind me, and I start running up through the air to the top of the building. And I will move another 55 feet. 1, 2. Should put me somewhere around there on top so I can see whatever's going on.
Okay.
And I'm above Hef and Alamir, and I just say, as I land on top of the building, I'm like, what's going on, guys?
And I'd like you to make another perception check now that you are on top of a building.
He's going to meet the gargoyles.
I can see everything.
As you get up there, you fly up above on the rooftop, and just second nature to you to look around to see what else you might see on rooftops. And as you do, you see to your right, you see a creature in the shadow. You can't see what it is. It's dark. But on the rooftop to the right, just on the other side of the eave, behind where Jinx is, there is another creature over there. And you also see far to the left on the other rooftop, just on the back side of the eaves, you see at least 2 other figures back there. Again, in shadows, they're keeping to the shadows, and you know there are some creatures to the left and the right on the rooftops.
Okay. Do they look like they are waiting for something? Like they are perched there? Or do they look like they're just trying to stay out of the light kind of thing or something? Or more like just biding time? Like, can I assess that in any way?
The creature to the right on the other side of Jinx was crouched low, like, in a military term, they would be stealthily positioning themselves for potential attack. The creatures, the at least 2 creatures you saw to the far left, were just standing in the shadow, standing still, like they're watching.
Okay, so that was my movement and my bonus action. I will throw one of my darts over towards that one. Not necessarily trying to hit it, but like dinging it off the rooftop in front of him, saying, letting him know I see him there.
The one
And-
on the other side of Jinx.
Yes, the one over here.
Yep, got it.
And then telling him, yelling out, "I see you. What are you doing?" or something.
Mm.
And then I yell down and I go, "Jinx above you." So, do you want me to make a roll for that if I'm just throwing it in his general direction?
Yeah, I mean, just do an attack. So you're not trying to hit him.
I don't know if I should be. I don't know what he is or what's going on.
Got it.
No,
So-
I would probably say I'm probably not trying to hit him, but just definitely getting my point across of right in front of him or at his
Mhm.
feet or whatever I can see to let him know that I know he's there.
So yep. So you throw it. It hits. That's good enough to hit like within a foot of the top of the I just said it. Whatever, the gable. So that, yeah, it's very clear that you know that the creature is there. You see it poke its head up. It's wearing a hood. So you can't see its face. But you see whatever the light that is glaring from in front of it from your direction that hits that pierces through the shadows of the cloak hood, reflects off something black and shiny.
Okay. And I have gigantic spectral wings until the end of my turn. So
Awesome. All right, and that is your turn. Jinx, before you go, there is another 20 here. So I need to add this in. Hold on a sec here. Oh, hello. I need to go to the GM layer. Thank you. Let's go to the token layer. Now let's go back. Let's add the turn. And the creature looks at you, Spot, stands up, and where? Oh wait, there we go. I never dragged him over. Let me do that real quick here. And it is going to use a short bow. You are within 80 feet, and is going to shoot 2 arrows at you, Spot. 24. So first one does 9 piercing, and you need to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please.
assuming I don't have temporary hit points. Or
No,
do we
you do.
get that every morning.
You get that every
Okay.
morning, so you do.
So what do we have now for temp hit points, Smock?
+8.
8? Okay.
Yes. Or the 9 fingers Martin just put up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And what kind of save?
Constitution. That does not save, so I don't believe you have any bonuses for poison or resistance. So that is 30 poison damage that you get added to that.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten that high yet. I think that's level 7.
Ow.
Yeah, that was quite the roll.
Okay. One
Um,
hit, and I am 8 hit points away, even with the temp that was on there.
Yep. The creature steps up to the edge, looks down, and he shoots a second arrow At either
I
Hef,
warned you, Jinx.
at either Hef or Alamir, 1 to 3 is Hef. He shoots at Hef. And misses.
The guy didn't have advantage there. Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hef. Yeah. Hef could have been a one-shot kill, permanent there. Then the creature is going to leap, and Jinx, he comes up here and he leaps down. You see it drop in front of you, Jinx. You just see the cloak and short swords and a short sword and short bow that the creature is carrying as it runs. Actually, no, you know what? That's not what. That isn't what I had
Puke
down
over
here.
the side of the building on top of Hef
Yeah.
as the poison hits me.
That wasn't the problem. That threw off what he was originally going to do. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something here. Where is it?
We don't
Yep,
realize
that's what I
this.
thought.
All the bad guys have that issue where if they see you throw up, they throw up too.
Yeah. No, he doesn't drop down. Sorry. So he does that, misses with a second arrow, and he will drop back. Yep. Sorry, guys. That's what I remember. All right, so he's standing here. Apologies, this guy does a lot. And then you see him, and Jinx, you look up. So Spot, Hef, Alamir, everyone who wants to can look up. You see this huge black arrow next to Hef. You heard Spot yell out a warning and then yell out in pain. And you look up, you see this creature on the corner of the building, and then he just disappears. Fades, shifts, somehow just disappears. And that's his turn. Jinx, your turn.
He changed this whole thing now.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Deflect missiles. Son of a...
Oh my god, yes!
Damn it.
The coolest thing monks do.
Well, the
I
coolest
knew there
part
was
is
I was sitting there going, I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. And I'm scrolling through, I'm like, damn it.
Oh, this really threw me for a loop here a little bit. I'm going to use my bonus action to start off with, and I cast Healing Word on Spot for whole 5 hit points. But I'm sure
Better
Spot will
than
take
what
5
I
hit
had.
points. I'm going to go all the way over here, put it back up against the wall, so to speak, and then I'm going to let's see, bonus action. We'll cast Vicious Mockery on this guy right here, just to hopefully give him a disadvantage on the next attack.
Left or right? I didn't see the ping.
The one on the right, just because he might take the one on the left. Actually, which one's... I don't know which one is which, but never mind.
The one on the left is the only one that's been hit so far.
Yep, the one on the right is the one I actually will hit with it.
Okay.
So it's DC 16 Wiz save.
Wisdom. Here we go. No.
No. So he's going to take 5 hit points as he learns that he's more of a green dragon spawn than he is a black dragon spawn, and Smock is gonna smack his ass. Pardon my language.
Nice. And so, right, that's disadvantage, right?
Yeah, it's disadvantage on his next attack.
Excellent. We'll just, I think that is, there we go. That's the disadvantage symbol. Got it. Okay. And that's it?
Yeah, I used everything. Moved everything.
All right, Smock, your turn.
Smock attacks.
Oh!
That's pretty sweet. Yes,
With haste.
indeed.
Which one were you
With
attacking?
haste. The one that was damaged.
Okay.
All right. And... Oh, look at that.
But that doesn't... Oh, you must have rolled it from your sheet?
Yes.
Because if you click the link that's in the chat window for the roll, that pink, the where it says in pink, leave a warning, that will also, there we go, also give the, wait, it should have.
Yeah, but no, but it just throws a critical there as well. But what he did is he got 13. But how you're doing crits anyways, you're adding max value for the.
Oh, I
second
understand.
Right?
Oh well. Okay, so we'll do so that's 23. We'll just do 23. That's fine. All right.
Uno momento. Is it? Well, I am smiting
Okay. Yeah.
using a first level, not undead. Is a crit.
Oh.
Glad I joined you guys.
You hit this creature, and with an explosion of energy, you break through its carapace around its clavicle, and the divine energy just goes into its chest. You see the edges of its scales around its shoulders and chest and sternum glow with the light from the inside, and there's almost like this little explosion in its chest, and it just falls to the ground.
You know, anytime you can say clavicle, it's a good night. So, just saying.
Only bone in my body I've ever broken, so
Well, therefore you never forget.
that's
Yep.
right.
Yep. All right. All right. I pivot, turn 180 degrees, and I attack the one that I believe had, what was it that Jinkin
It
put
has
on him?
disadvantage on its first
It doesn't
attack.
affect you.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect me.
Right.
Okay. A whole 12 to hit.
Oh, and that does miss. It does not get through
Okay.
its scales.
Okay. And with my hasted action, thank you very much, I attack again.
That does
And
hit.
I think 19. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And a whole 5, but I will actually burn a second level on this smite.
Oh,
20 points of divine damage.
and with that, you have you have bloodied the creature.
And taking the butt action, because I always have my bonus action, I go ahead and do that. And I rolled a 23.
And that hits, yes.
And I do a whole 7 damage, and I smite again.
Okay.
I use a first level on this smite for 9 points of divine damage.
Excellent. And the creature is looking really rough. Blood streaming from both of the last 2 hits you gave him.
And I yell at him with intimidation, "Surrender now, and I will grant you mercy." Knowing, of course, that he won't, but,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Of course. And okay, the one that you killed, it was its turn. And so now it is Hef's turn. Hef is looking around frantically, trying and doesn't see the person who shot the arrow that almost hit him.
Shoot where he was, anyways. Just try. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do otherwise. So.
Okay. Yeah. So Hef shrugs and we'll take a shot with disadvantage. Hello, Hef. Here you are.
I mean, he did a lot, so I'm assuming he didn't move much farther than where he was. So
And the
hopefully one of
arrow
us can-
goes off, flies off over the roof into the distance.
Does it look like it went through the spot where he was last?
It's tough to tell exactly, but it was close enough. Yeah, I mean, a 15 was close enough to hit the spot. Yes, at least
Okay.
wherever the creature was. If it was still standing exactly where you last saw it, it would have been hit. Okay. That's but Hef will will also go around the corner a little bit, like on the other side of Jinx, because he realizes how smart that could be. And now it's the other creature's turn. It will attempt to attack Smock. This is the one. He already did his acid breath, didn't he? So he is going to. Let's see if he recharges. No recharge.
Doesn't a one make it self-explode in his mouth?
Good try. No, he's going to take his falchion and try attack Smock. Misses, and a 22 for 10 points of damage.
22 hits. Yep. How much damage?
10 slashing.
10. Okay, thank you.
Um,
May I have another?
And no, it's done. It's going to rotate around like this.
I know it has haste too.
Remember, you have +2 to your AC for haste. Yep.
Oh, that's right. So it barely hit, didn't it? All right, and that's the end of its turn. Alamir.
I know you've been waiting for this because everybody just abandoned Alamir. So Alamir is going to select his character. And he wasn't born yesterday. And he's going to try and, just for the heck of it, see what happens with this.
First time we've seen him run towards the fight.
I know. How about them apples?
Whoa, and a firebolt. Yes. So
109 points. How about that?
yeah. So with a firebolt hits this creature in the right kidney, and he crumples to to
Yeah, he just doesn't want to be around anyone.
Where did that come from, Alamir?
He doesn't. Exactly. Alamir he's making a way through.
That's the first kill for Alamir, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, there's
Nice.
one.
Nice.
First hit though?
Bahamut Spulada
And it's his first hit.
What
You're
did,
right.
what did he kill? A gargoyle? So he's now the stone killer?
There you go.
Yeah,
Bahamut.
instead of the giant killer like Alexion was.
Oh,
Bahamut Spulaga Nasega.
Dragonkin killer.
Beautiful.
Is that it?
Spot. That's just what. But his last thing's going to be Spot. Is everything else? Is there anything else out there? Basically, he was scared, so he ran in front of everybody.
And appropriately, it's Spot's turn.
Yell there was, but they don't seem to be attacking. I puke a little bit more all over everybody below me. Sorry, I have to.
I spend my
Poison
next turn puking then too.
you guys got to remind me too when I critical that I get an extra die of damage for savage attacks. I didn't realize I had that.
Hey, Patrick, when you crit, you get extra
Yep,
damage. Okay, you're welcome.
Well, welcome back to the game, sir. He just didn't want to make
to jump off the building.
Yeah. You didn't want to make everyone look bad. You're coming back this week.
I don't take any damage because I'm sure I didn't fall more than 30 points worth of damage. So.
Yep, you're good.
And I land, and then I wince my side where the bolt is, or arrow that he shot me, and pull it out and throw it on the ground. And I go, "Damn it! I should have caught that one." And I don't think I have a drink, do I? No, I don't. So I'm just gonna sit there then and wait to see if anything else comes at us, holding an action to throw a dart at anything that looks like it's going to come to attack us.
Okay. So you are looking around, waiting to see what happens.
Does the dark vision bring up anything?
No.
Is it nighttime?
It is. It is nighttime.
Night-ish.
There's lamplight, but
Okay.
other than that, it's nighttime.
Okay.
All right.
That's why there were shadows. Got it now. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it is night. It's after dinner. It's after dinner. They were all. Smuck was taking him to a drinking hole that he had been told about, a tavern. So this is. Wait a minute. Did I not? I didn't bring it back. I might as well just move it up. Jinx, you feel movement next to you and turn just in time to see this creature just appear out of thin air. And it attacks with these wicked looking short sword.
As soon as he appears, I can throw my dagger or dart at him, right?
Yep, absolutely. Go for it.
Dart. Come on, hit him with a 18.
An 18 just hits.
6 points of damage as the dart now doesn't stick into the in front of his feet. It sticks into him.
Yep.
What's the weather like, Tom?
So it's been overcast, looking like it's going to rain.
So, but there's no moisture on the ground, on the buildings or anything?
Not yet, no.
Oh, okay.
This is what the creature looks like now that it's up close and personal. Jinx?
It's got a two-handed sword?
No, it's actually a short sword. This is
okay.
This is the image that was created for it, but it doesn't match the stats. Imagine a sword like that, but it's a short sword. And it is going to... because it's attacking you, it appeared... Jinx, roll a perception check. Just roll a perception check to see if you're surprised or not. It's a low DC because you knew something else was out there. That's good enough. All right, you're not surprised, which is good. So then it's going to take a regular attack on you. That's 8 piercing plus make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Before you do that, I'm gonna, as he attacks, the trigger an attack, I'm gonna reaction silvery barbs him, make him re-roll it. It doesn't really mean much to you, but that's fine.
So 13 piercing.
Yep. But in the case, I'm also gonna give myself advantage on my next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Got it. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Anyways, so I take 13 points of piercing now.
And a con save. You need to do a con save.
Save.
You only re-roll the 20, not the damage, right? So you should only take 8.
So 16 or
That's
12.
that's true. That's fair. So 8 piercing.
No, you have to accept the results of the second.
Oh, that's
roll.
true. It is the
But
okay.
it says no. It says only on the D20 though. It doesn't say damage. You're not re-rolling damage. You're only re-rolling the attack. So since the damage
And you
was
must
already
take the
rolled, it
second
should be on
20.
the first one.
It's up to the DM then, because the damage rolls with it. It's kind of hard to
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it.
You don't have to roll it.
So
with it,
the
though.
next time we do it, the second roll could have less damage. So we'll just like whatever we're going to do, we're going to make it consistent. So let's just make it the second. Whichever 20 gets taken, that's the damage.
That's fine.
So 13 piercing.
What's the save?
I'm sorry. The save. Okay, 16 does pass. So you're going to take half of this damage from the poison.
What was 24 now? Is it on top already?
What's that?
Is it already on
Yeah, it
top?
says
You are right.
24 poison right next to the damage.
Oh, you're right. I didn't notice it was already doing the poison. Thank you. Yeah, so it's half of 24, so 12. My bad. And that...
See, it doesn't matter for me. That was only 4 points difference on my roll. 26 to 30, so...
wow. And then, and
If you attack again.
no. It's done attacking. And the question is, so then it is going to step away from you. You get attack of opportunity.
No, I don't.
Oh, right. You use your reaction for silvery barbs. So then it's going, let's see. It had moved 10, 20. That was 10. So it goes 20, 30. It goes to there. That's its turn. All right. Your turn, Jinx.
Honestly, with a plus 12 to hit, doesn't matter if you have disadvantage to hit anybody. Not that really should matter. I'm actually using my turn. Does he only have one sword?
Yes, he only has one sword.
Okay, I'm going to cast Heat Metal on his sword.
Okay.
I'm going to make him at least drop that, so he can't hit us with that flipping whatever poison, piercing, whatever BS.
Who's the other person you chose, Al, on your silvery barbs to get the
Myself.
advantage? Okay.
Because you can do myself. I did it myself to try to save myself from anything that happened after.
All right. And how long does it take? Does it take effect when the heat metal?
You say every time I get asked that, I don't even know.
I think it's instantaneous.
Yeah, the spell until it doesn't bonus. Yep, it's instantaneous for the first thing, and then subsequent times I have to use my bonus action to do it, which is rough on a card, but that's what I'm doing.
How much damage is it?
It is 2d8 fire damage, and if you're holding it and he stays holding it, he takes damage from it. They must succeed in Constitution saving throws, or they have to drop it. So basically, it's a con save, or they have to drop it.
Okay, so go ahead. First of all, do the damage.
10.
10 damage. Ouch. Okay.
And then he takes it's a DC 16 con save if he doesn't want to just drop it.
Let's give him the option. So a con save barely makes it.
Yep. So he can hold on to it if he wants to.
Okay.
But if he does hold on to it, he does currently have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks until the next time I apply damage. Basically, until my next turn.
Yep. Are you going to? Are you looking at watching him as after you cast that?
Not really, quite honestly. Oh wait, there was another guy. You said there was guys over here too, didn't you?
I said on the roof of the other building to the left of us.
You're going to go over there and look?
I get all the way over here, next to Smock, and I'm also going to. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give Spot inspiration. In case he needs it for something.
Spot.
Yes. S-P-O-P or S-P-O-T.
Spop? Gotta be Spop.
It's your new name.
Something with an S.
Yeah.
That's the nickname Jinx is now giving me. It's not Spot anymore. It's just Spop. It's Shorty Pop, S Pop.
Oh, you're taller than everybody.
I need to just take a look at a spell real quick. That's what I thought. Cool. So before Smock takes his turn, Jinx and Smock, both of you roll perception checks, please.
Don't see anything.
I'm sorry. It was with advantage. It was with advantage because you're looking. I assume you're okay.
Since I pointed out the building or told him the building.
Yes, and both of you. What helps too is you notice a light from that area over there, and as the light goes on. I need to. You see two more of the creatures that you just fought flanking what looks in the light almost like a firelight, like when you're telling ghost stories. You see Galvin the Blue. And
whoa.
He nods and motions, and the two creatures on either side of him go leaping off the back. They go leaping off the back of the building, and he casts a dimension door and goes to step through. And as he and the light disappear, you could swear you catch the light glinting off of something flickering as it falls to the rooftop. And then he's gone. So, Smock, it's your turn.
You're muted.
And Alamir couldn't perceive that either, huh? He would really like to piss him off again.
You're blocked by the side of the building.
Poshprish yes dobry. Poshprish yes dobry.
How about now?
You didn't move. You hit over here, not over there.
Misty section. Go big or go home. All right.
Okay, so I move in my hasted state.
That's right.
And I say Poshprish yes dobry, which is haste is good. And I attack.
Okay.
$19 to hit.
19 hits.
$5 plus a smite.
Okay.
Attack again.
And the creature snarls. You hit again. Yep.
4. And I do a smite again. This time a second level. 12 damage. And because of haste, I attack again.
Mm-hmm.
17 to hit.
And you have drawn blood on the creature.
9 damage. I do another smite.
17 does not hit.
17 did not hit.
17 does not. Okay.
No.
No, 18 was the AC when I hit him before.
Okay. And I do the butt action.
That hits.
And do the damage.
Now
Do
you
a
can
smite.
smite again, though.
Yep. Now I smite. And there's the smite.
Okay.
And my turn is...
Yep. Your turn is done. So, Hef peeks around the corner, draws his arrow and shoots, and misses. And he is, and see, I can't quite do that. He'll be smart, and he's going to back away from the building, but out of sight of the creature, like that. And that's his turn. That guy's dead. Alamir.
Alright, Alamir's going to see what all the action is over here. 5, 10, 15, 20. And he goes, oh! And he casts a spell, which he knows isn't going to work, but he's going to try anyway. And he casts Fireball right here.
In the middle of the city?
In the middle, I'm counting out. 10 feet in both directions is all rock. Hey, he's not smart.
It's a 20-foot radius.
I thought it was 20, 10,
No,
20
it's
feet.
20-foot radius.
Oh, sorry. Then
So
he won't
40
do that.
feet to-
Then he's not going to do that. Okay.
Firebolt.
I thought it
could
was a
last
lot.
time.
I could do it, but I'm not going to. It
Yeah.
sounds like a
It'll
really
only
good
catch
idea.
4 buildings on fire. It's not a big deal.
That's why I was asking if it was raining also.
Yeah, no. Looks
I don't think Fireball catches objects on fire, though.
no, but it does do lots of damage.
Right, it does force damage, which will crush and
All
implode
right.
things.
So that being said, damn it, and more damn it. Or darn it, and more darn it. I don't want to take it off of Smock. But I'm going to do it anyway. 30-foot cube, so I need to be here. Taking off your haste, Smock. And the distance on this one, okay.
You're taking away the concentration on haste?
Yeah, right now to cast.
Okay. So let me get rid of haste.
Hypnotic pattern.
Ooh.
That's familiar.
All right.
So,
and I'm assuming you're just catching this
only him.
creature. on the
Unless
edge
there's
of
some
it.
kid that we don't see, or an army of those dragons.
A wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah, I had a choice of wisdom or dexterity, and he seems pretty dexterous.
DC 14. Oh.
And he makes it. Can we use the 11?
Nope. He does not have disadvantage on it.
Okay, it does not say that anything happens. Doesn't say anything if they make it, so he stays out of it, or
Yep.
he.
That's
It's-
where your hypnotic pattern is, right?
Yep.
But it doesn't stay there though. So that just
No, it's an
Yeah, I know.
instant.
yeah.
Unless
So-
I hold it there. No, it appears for a moment, then disappears.
Yep.
All right, so then I'm gonna step back because I don't want to get shot.
Okay.
So
Sorry, Smog.
did he technically have to drop that if he doesn't have to hold the he's
Oh,
not
yeah.
holding any
Would that?
To cast it.
Concentration?
Yeah. To cast it.
Okay,
It is.
I like that.
Otherwise,
Well,
otherwise.
He only has to concentration on haste if he's casting another concentration spell.
which hypnotic pattern was.
It is
Well,
correct.
then it would stay up for more than an instant.
No,
That's
no,
why I
no.
was drawing it.
But okay, well,
If he saves it, it just doesn't
that's
affect
true.
him. But
That's
the pattern is still there for however long he wants to keep it there.
that is
Anybody
true.
else?
Well, except that it only affects people when it first goes up. That's the difference.
You can't walk into it.
Right.
No.
It only
Gotcha.
ensorcels you when it first happens. But
That's
you're
a
right.
really
It
dumb
does still
concentration
keep
spell.
twinkling and stuff.
If it doesn't hold, yeah. Then if it doesn't hold, does he lose concentration on the other one? Oh.
No, to cast the spell, you have to break concentration. Otherwise, yeah, that's just the balance
Yep.
aspect of arcane magic or magic in general. Spot, it's your turn. Ooh, he's going to town with his beefy 13 hit points.
Hey, you leave my hit points alone. Not hasted. I don't get 5 attacks, but I'd still get 3.
Mm-hmm.
4 if I want to use a bonus action, which I might. So, but he's an 18, so.
And if you need to use inspiration, just so you know, if it fails, you still can use it again until you succeed.
What is your inspiration die now?
It is a D8.
D8. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm using Draconic Strikes again to turn it into. I'm gonna go with fire damage. He
Okay.
seemed to be susceptible, or the other ones seemed to be susceptible to fire when I was watching. So I'm hoping he is too.
Yep.
And technically, just so you know, whether you're using a healing spell or a damage spell, you can add that die to those spells too if need be, but you're not using a spell, but just so you know.
So that should hit 22 for 8
Yep, that hits.
fire damage.
Okay. And definitely looks like it affects him. And he...
That's a natural 1.
Ooh, yep.
And he what?
He it affects him, and he grimaces. You notice he does not have his short sword in his hand anymore. He's sheathed it.
Oh, so it's burning on his side now? Nice.
Yeah, technically.
Where's my key points? Key point to flurry. That should hit him. Max damage 10.
Yeah. Yep.
And last one. That should hit him 19 for 7.
Yeah. It does.
So that's 15, 24 points of damage altogether.
He is looking really hurt. He hisses, blood and spittle coming out between his jagged fang teeth. And it is his turn. And he...
And I'm holding my side with oozing blood coming out that's all green looking from his poison, and I flip him off.
He opens his mouth, and a spray of acrid, acidic spittle goes shooting out, hitting both Smock and Spot. Dex saves, please.
I have advantage on that.
On top of that, because you're right next to me, you have +3.
Oh,
I
sweet.
have an aura. So
Already at level 6?
yes.
Oh, nice.
So that's a 25, and can I use your inspiration dice to reduce his damage?
So those both save. So you're only going to take half of this damage. So 12. Because I don't think Spot,
Shit.
it's level 7 that you get evasion, right? So you don't quite have evasion yet.
No, there's something else though. I thought I got the dragon thing. That's why I was looking. Maybe not. I should have stunned him is what I should have been doing when I was punching him. Again, forgetting how to play a monk today.
That's true.
So 12 points of damage. I'm still alive.
And then, as you're watching right in front of you, you watch him just disappear. Just disappear, fades away to nothing, instantaneous, like in an instant.
That's the reason why I should have grappled him too.
And Jinx, it's your turn.
I just shout at the blank area. Then I'm like, "Oh, you're a wussy. You want to run now? You almost killed me, but now you got to run, chicken."
We don't know that he's wherever he is, though.
You have no idea.
Assuming.
I'm trying to goad him into hitting me one more time, guys, just so that he makes himself visible, because I won't die.
So what you're saying is fireball. Okay.
It'll take me to 1 hit point,
Um,
but I'm already at 1 hit point, so.
I don't have a great option with this, do I?
So now I'm poisoned,
30.
stuck like a pig, and melting slightly. I look good today.
I don't know what to do here. I have no way to do anything with this right now. I don't. If I knew he was standing right there, just to run away, but he feels like he has a lot of move based on how fast he moved around the board before.
Well, he dropped from the corner if he didn't move when he was up there, ran over to you, hit you, and then ran behind the cart, so that's at least 70 feet.
Yeah, right.
If he
That's what I'm
didn't move before or after his last turn, he went invisible. So
Yeah. So he's probably not in front of there. Who knows? He could be over here already.
30, just across the street's 35, and then another 15 feet back to where he was standing. So
I used my bonus action to have the heat metal cause more damage if it was tasked or touched or anything. Just because that's my bonus action. I know it doesn't probably affect him at all, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
well, if he yells, we'll know where he is.
Yeah. So technically, he would be taking 16 points of damage if he was touching it.
I need to look at something. Hold on. Heat metal.
Just so you know, I've never heard of them sheathing it before. I was like, oh, okay. Technically, if he is holding or wearing the object, saying he's wearing it, just saying.
Yeah, it does. I'm pretty sure they covered that. Yep, if he's wearing it.
Yep.
Yeah, he made the save to hold onto it to sheath it, but he's still wearing it.
Yeah, that's my bonus action, and unless I can see him pop out of somewhere, don't really have a great use of an action.
You can hold it for when you do see him.
True.
Or I raise my hand and I go, 1 hit point.
Yeah, except for the only heal I have is a bonus action. I can help other people heal you better, but nobody here heals. So I will. Yeah, that's
regularly.
all.
Nothing against your Spock.
Okay.
I guess that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'll use my. If I see the guy, I'll lash some words at him or whatever if I happen to see him pop up out of somewhere. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit right where I am. I'm good.
Okay. This is. I want to look at one other thing. I mean, there's an easy answer to this, but okay. All right. Smock, it's your turn.
Okay. I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dude, you
6.
look weird zigzagging across the road. What are you doing?
Looking for the enemy.
Yeah, trying to run into the invisible
Are you
creature.
swiping your sword out to cover the other 5
Nope.
feet around you, too?
Sure. I mean, you could just say I'm not attacking. I'm not burning an action. But yes, I'm probing every 5-foot space.
Okay. And swinging the halberd around and
Yeah, not necessarily for an attack, just to probe and are
Yep.
they around me or not.
you do not hit anything.
6, 7, 8, 9. Nothing.
Nothing.
12. And I heal Spot for 30 hit points.
Okay.
How'd you move 60 feet?
He's hasted.
Oh,
You're not
hasted.
hasted anymore.
No, you're
You're
not.
not
I'm
hasted
not?
anymore.
You're not
No.
hasted.
Oh,
No.
No.
oh,
When
well,
you were
never
gone,
mind.
somebody dropped
Oh
that.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, because Alamir had to
Oh.
drop the haste to attempt to cast a
No.
different spell.
Either way, I would have moved whatever half my movement was, or the distance to come back, because I was not going to leave Spot without heal,
Yep.
and so I heal Spot
Okay.
for 30 points.
I glow and all my wounds heal.
You should. And
And I
Bahamut
vomit
smiles
one
upon
last
you.
time, and I feel better.
All right.
That was my action and move and everything. Thank you.
I'm just going to make this pretty simple here and just I'm going to have Hef just go over and check the bodies just to make sure they're dead, and that's his turn. Alamir. We can't hear you, sir.
I know. Alamir is going to cast True Sight. Just joking. What the heck? Let's see if Alamir can go down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, and you have
Hell
true
no,
sight
he's
on.
not that stupid. He's not that stupid. He doesn't have True Sight.
Oh,
He does not have True Sight. Can he have True Sight?
I think that's higher level, isn't it?
True, it is. It's a level 7 spell, but still.
True
no,
Seeing.
does-
True Seeing is a 6th level spell. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a ways away from there.
Yeah, he's gonna go over here. He's gonna go stay in between people.
Okay.
So, well, off, not in between line, but not in line.
Excellent. Spot.
We don't see him anywhere.
You do
Nobody
not
sees him.
Nope. You don't see him. You don't hear him.
Parquet up to the top of the roof, or not.
Sure.
Otherwise, I'll just use the bonus action to unfurl my wings again. I got a couple more things I can do there. So yeah, I just I take a moment to like, and then and the wings come out, and I just kind of step up across the air up to the top of the roof, and then I look around to see if I can see anybody or anything.
You do not see anything. Any of the creatures. Actually, go ahead and roll a perception.
I did 11.
Oh, you did. Okay. Yep. You don't see anything.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Is there anybody over here? When I look where the others were at one point?
So, yeah, you
Or
look
the shiny
down.
object that, well, I didn't see that. So, do I see anything?
Go ahead. So you don't see anything in the streets running other than you do actually see about a block down the street to the left. You see a couple like huddled against the side of a building, looking around, like they're very afraid.
I yell out to them, "Are you okay?"
And they look down. They see you on the rooftop.
With spectral wings.
Yeah, yeah. And they just start running
That's fine.
in the opposite direction.
Then I will use my last 10 feet of movement to move to this side of the house so that, I'm in sight of people that can see me.
Yep.
And that's my 110 feet,
Okay.
my bonus action. And I will hold an action if I see anybody appear that we've been fighting.
And at that point, I'm going to take us out of combat. So, minutes go by, and the creature does not reappear.
And I keep playing the damage regardless, even if it isn't being hit him.
Mm-hmm. Not if he's holding it. So
what I'm hearing is it's time to dust off the road dust and go get a beer.
So did anybody get ichor from the demon spawn that were over here on them too? So they're going to even have more ichor on them? Because I know I didn't touch any of them.
I mean, Hef was looking at the bodies.
Yeah, but just don't touch them.
Oh, he was touching them. He was checking them over.
Got his hands in there and the goo and everything else. Okay.
During this time, Spot, do you look around on the roof?
Oh yeah, keeping an eye out.
You
I can
see
go up and down off roofs all day long now.
in the center of the roof, right just on this side, on that north side of the peak, you find a folded piece of parchment.
I will go grab it, pick it up, and bring it
I'll be
over
right
to
back, guys.
Alamir.
I'll wait right here. No, Judah just got home.
Shaboom.
So you bring me a note, so I'll read the note.
You look at the
Wow.
note.
I'm assuming it's some kind of magical thing if it was up there where you said people disappeared, so I'll be like, yeah, I found this up there, and I hand it to you.
And you unfold it and read it.
Yeah, see what it's like. See what language it's in.
In common, this is the note.
You see, kill Alamir. And I share that to the group.
And make an Arcana check.
Boy, I hope I know how to do this. Sort
Okay.
of.
That you have never seen this. You've heard of it before, though.
No, but it's Galvin's note, so I know it's from Galvin.
You see these small runes in the corners that aren't shown on the image, or that, like, they're not on this side, they're on the corners of the back side. And you turn it over real quick and you look, and as you do, where you're touching it begins to get hot, and there is a spark of energy between the 4 arcane symbols, and the entire note catches fire and goes up in ashes.
And I explained to everybody what I just saw, what I just read, and the fact that it says it's Galvin's note. I'm going to say it's from Galvin, if the DM's going to let me.
Well, both
I know.
Yeah, Spock and Jinx saw something drop from him, so that would be the
Okay.
assumption.
Okay. And I tell everyone the lizard men can help. We have to make allies of them before reaching the castle. So I'm assuming Galvin wants the lizard men as allies before reaching the castle. The castle, I'm assuming, is either their final point, the final destination of this whole caravan and everything, or is there a castle here at Waterdeep?
Oh, there's definitely a castle at
All right.
Waterdeep.
Well, I'm going to post that to everybody and let them think on it. And again, I have to be right back.
Yep. Smock, what do you do in the next minute after your last turn when this creature doesn't show back up?
I go ahead and go back by Hef and see what he sees, or ask what he sees relative to the bodies.
Roll a perception check. Okay. Yep. You walk over to the bodies with Hef. He's standing up now. He just kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, "Just weapons. No, not even any armor."
Strange. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. The after a few minutes, probably something like this. Yeah. It's going to take about 17 minutes for the City Watch to show up to look at the bodies. Are you going to stay and talk to them?
I know my guy would, but if the other rest of the team says no, then I can be persuaded.
You're only about a block and a half away from the tavern you were going to.
I'm pretty intent on doing that. So, tell you what, even I go for the tavern, odd I stay and talk to the watch. Even I stay unless persuaded.
I'm gonna go have a drink.
And that's all it took for me.
Yep.
All right. You get to the
My
tavern
gut hurts.
to have some drinks. Where is? There we go. Waterdeep. We just go back here. While you were there, a captain or probably a sergeant and a couple other city watchmen walk into the tavern, look around, and then make a beeline straight for you, Smock. Excuse me there, gentlemen. We heard that there was some trouble tonight and found the bodies of those strange scaled folk and creatures in the streets. We were given descriptions that match yours.
Yes, we dispatched with those evil creatures. They attacked us. We didn't know what to do, but we took care of them, and we managed to move on because having the best beer in Waterdeep is seriously important work.
No arguments there. I've been here a time or two myself. It is certainly one of the better better places to drink.
Would you like one on us, sir?
On duty. I appreciate it. Not tonight.
Okay.
So,
Okay. How can I help you, sir?
and he continues to ask you for details.
Yep.
What you saw, was there anything else suspicious in the area? What did you see or hear? And what all do you share with him?
Unless I see anybody around me saying, shut the hell up, I go ahead and share everything. Okay. Did Jenkins do that?
If I'm even
Don't tell him
nearby,
about the note.
Because if you did, I would stop.
define everything. Because here's the thing: anything you say is going to get back to the rest of that caravan stuff still. And if you're talking about like, oh, I am a paladin of Bahamut, and I believe this, and I want this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and we're chasing these people down, and we're
just the actual. We were on our way to get a beer, and we were jumped by these creatures. I would tell the facts of that, right, of what happened. I wouldn't hold any of that back.
I would throw it on there, and I would actually throw some things in there to try to make it sound like that you were one-shotted this demon spawn and everything else. I'll throw some stuff in there.
Well, and I would drop names as far as saying the lady of the Order of the Gauntlet that's in charge of this area that, hey, she recommended this, and we were like, awesome, sounds like wonderful times. And we were on our way, and oh my goodness, we were jumped by this crew from the rooftops. And I would even mention something about some blue masked person, right? Actually was, and then all of a sudden dimension doored away, and I would share all of that.
He's very.
I would not. By the way, I would not mention about a note.
Okay, that's.
So I held that back.
He seems distracted when you and you see him. He doesn't interrupt you, but he loudly whispers to himself, "Lady Belbranta," and was a little distracted by that information when you were talking about Galvin. But he's taking notes.
Yep.
In his little pad.
Again, the goal here is tell 95% of the truth and hide the 5%. Now, there's less deception than more, but nonetheless, little tweaks withheld.
Yep. Just in general, go ahead and make a deception check.
Yep. No.
Technically, I was technically with advantage since you're mostly vastly telling the truth and only just leaving out a bit of information. Okay. Alrighty.
Too many drinks. He was letting stuff slip.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yep. Little too much liquor.
What? Some of this isn't adding up. There's.
My apologies.
No problem. So, what? Tell me again, and he realizes at this point that he really kind of glossed over when you were talking about the magic being used on the roof. You mentioned something about magic. What? Explain that again, please.
Well, some individual on the roof had a couple of creatures near him, and then he suddenly did a dimension door, and then, never mind. Jenkins just said stop. So sorry.
If you want to learn about magic, Alamar, come over here. He will tell you all about magic.
Alamar is the man. He is the man.
Alamar talk about magic, and literally, I want him to explain magic.
Ready, go.
So Alamir tightens his robe, wiggles his kai, and moves his huff and puff backpack to the other side. And he starts talking about metachlorines. And he goes further and further deeply into this thing called, the Force. And
So
blah and blah blah blee and blee and blee. The question I have, guys, is before this happened, did you tell who? Okay, so who are we talking to?
the City Watch.
The City,
City
Watch.
Watch.
Yeah. Okay. They don't need to know about the guy's name.
No,
But I'll tell them.
But I rolled terribly,
Yeah, I
which
saw that.
means
You
I
sucked.
failed my. Yeah. Okay.
And so
yeah, I
Alamir's just going to walk up and say matter of factly, whoever they were, they teleported out. How do I know? I'm a damn wizard. Okay. Gone. That's all I'm going to say.
Of
Well,
course.
do you teleport out too?
I just did, but I came back really fast.
Interesting. Where are you all staying, and how long are you going to be in town?
In all honesty, we can't hide that. We know too many people, or at least we know certain people who know we're here. So, explain. We're traveling. We're actually only here for another day, correct? We're 2 days here.
Yeah, just one more full day.
One more night.
Yeah,
One more full day or one more full night.
2 nights. You're going to be here 2 nights, tonight and
And
one
we
more.
haven't slept yet.
Correct.
Okay. So I explained to them that we're part of the caravan that came in yesterday. We are heading out in 2 days. But I do tell them where we're staying because there's no reason not to. I mean, we don't want to piss off the watch. We can, but we don't want to. And yeah, okay, whatever. That's what I tell them. I even say whatever.
All right.
I give him my card.
He takes information down. He thanks you all for your service, and glad the good citizens of the city were not hurt in all this. We appreciate you taking care of this without casualties.
Yeah,
if you think
Fireball
of
would have sucked.
If you think of anything else, he gives you his name and where you could send a message
Alamir
to
just
him.
makes sure he spells the name correctly.
Yeah.
You know, these watch.
Yeah, and then he leaves, and you guys spend
The rest of the night drinking good beer.
yeah.
And I want to pick the brains of the party.
Yeah.
Who knows about Galvin here in town? I mean, we've met him before. Kind of pissed him off.
Yes.
This is number 2.
Yes.
So far, he's 0 for 2 in damaging this group. Not damaging, ending the life of anybody in this group.
Yes.
Damaging, yeah. Do we tell anybody here of the whether it be Harper, whether it be Kingsguard, whatever?
I would have a strong desire to tell the head of Order of Gauntlet, the lady, just to say that person was on the loose. But if you guys talk me out of it, I'm open to that too.
Al,
I would want to tell the Order of Gauntlet.
Okay.
My warning for that though is make sure you meet whoever this person is in a neutral place, because you don't want to spread your
lies.
No, your
Your
spawn,
rumors?
your the odor that is permanently attached to your body or whatever. That's
Dragon stench.
The dragon stench to spread, and therefore, since it's very trackable, you also don't want to go into any secret headquarters that they may have or may want to keep, because it kind of lets you
Okay,
know
so
what's trying to
Order
go
of
in there.
Gauntlet. What about the Harpers? Is there any reason? Because they're the ones who started us.
We can definitely communicate to the Harpers, but we don't need to go to their
So send message.
place of establishment. Yeah, we can do it that way.
Okay,
And
what about the Knights? Gauntlet.
And yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom. The headquarters of the Order of the Gauntlet is not a secret at all. Correct?
It is not. No,
Oh,
neither.
it's in a big building.
Neither is the Harpers. That is no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if there is, though, we don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can send a message through channels to get to them that will effectively give them the information we want to give them, so we don't have to go there. There are plenty of other representatives that can pass this message, but I do think they need to know.
Or we just need a really good path.
That too. The only other one is Luna's. The Druid Guild. What is he? He's not. He's a
Emerald Enclave.
Velveteen Rabbit or something?
Emerald Enclave.
Emerald Enclave.
Emerald
yes.
Enclave.
Yeah.
And yes, he's chasing the Velveteen Rabbit.
That that is their ultimate. Like once they find it, then the world will stay in the natural order will stay in balance forever and ever.
Put that on our list to find. So do we have Luna? Do we need to let all of these quote offshoots of different hierarchies, factions? No. By spreading it, are we spreading it wider, or are we making us more of a target? In all honesty, the Harpers need to know. That's what Alamir feels.
Yeah, they need to know, and we just need to let them know, but we don't need to...
Okay.
I mean, obviously, if we're meeting with them and everything else, I just feel like that's just much more...
We don't really meet with the Emerald Enclave. Only Luna does. Do we want to have the Emerald Enclave? No. And I think if the Harpers think it's a big enough deal, they'll let the other factions know.
That is true from what you've been told several times.
Yeah.
They do talk
Mm-hmm.
amongst each other.
And you would imagine, especially here in Waterdeep, where you know there are major leaders of every single faction.
I think the Harpers, only because they are truly a rumor mill.
An information gathering.
Information highway.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is their core.
So I think Gauntlets will get told. I think the Enclave will they'll know.
Well,
And probably faster than we get to them.
we have potentially one other problem, though.
What's up? Besides,
We have a little individual with two front teeth made of silver running around that we may need to kind of keep tabs on.
Jamna Gleam Silver.
Yeah,
we haven't seen her since we got back to town.
No,
that's the scary part.
You kind of separated from everyone in the caravan. Everyone just kind of split up, went their own ways. The only thing you saw as everyone split was as Bara Jas stayed with the cultists as they were heading north through the city.
We can use spots, streetwise kid guild to
I
find her.
haven't found no guild. I just
Yeah, you did. You created your own
a couple
guild.
of kids.
Yeah, you created a guild. You must be 14 or under. But see if they can spread the street word to see if people can find her
In
for
this
us.
city, the Harpers already have most of them.
Okay.
That's how they gather a lot of information in most major cities.
Okay. So first, we gotta let them, the Harpers, know. We need to see if we can find out, because we don't know where she's staying, unless she's staying in the same inn as us. What are the odds there, Dungeon Master?
Given the number of
Different inns and stuff.
inns in the city, highly unlikely.
Can we get a percentage roll?
No, I don't even need to do that because I know she's not there.
What if I get a 1 or a 100?
No.
Try
Okay.
harder.
Try harder.
You can't even do a luck roll
All right. Okay.
for that.
Then tonight, I think the only thing we can do is, I think we do need to let the Harpers know. Let it just message to them. We don't have to go to them, but let's have a night where we can relax a little bit. We never know. She might come to us.
Okay.
Probably not.
Probably not. No, yeah. But never know. This might be the place that she regularly frequents when she's here, because we didn't know about this bar. Supposedly they got good beer.
So you spend the evening drinking.
Mm-hmm.
It is good beer, good ale, good beer. There's good alcohol here. Just slightly more expensive than other places, but not much at all. Very good deal for the quality.
Lose a couple silver for the night?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's
okay.
Okay. So when you're done, I assume you go back to back to the inn. The Safe Haven Inn.
Dockward? No.
Southward. Safe
Southward.
Haven Inn in Kerrigan's Court in that call out area. If I remember right,
Okay.
it's like S41 or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
So you go back, and the evening, other than your discussions, Luna's is still back there. We're gonna hold off on kind of Luna. We're going to just kind of leave that to the side, and we will retroactively decide kind of what Luna is doing with or without you guys.
Okay.
When we figure out when the player is going to join us again. So, what Luna can tell you is that they met with the head of their order and was asked to do a task in the Mirror of Dead Men that could take him away from the party if at some point, and something that she's thinking about. Do you tell her about what happened and that you saw Galvin and the
Yeah.
note?
Alamir would with no problem.
Okay.
He might be able to pull up some information. And I mean, we need all the info we can get.
Yeah. I'm confident in saying
That's how Alamir.
that Luna would definitely want to tell her
Mm-hmm.
her faction contact. Okay. And then at some point, you guys go to sleep and you have an uneventful, restful night. And
Long rest.
everyone gets a long rest.
8 temp.
Yep, 8 temp in the morning. So the next day and next morning during breakfast, Jinx, you are during breakfast.
Assume I'm doing something. Okay.
Yeah. So you're sitting in at a table, and you hear some tapping at the window about 10 feet away from the table. You all hear it. There's something tapping at the window, and you look over and there's a raven on the other side of the glass tapping on the window.
Is the window openable?
That is a good question. This is water deep, so it could go either way. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that instead of the 2d10, but yeah. Yeah, it's openable.
Then I don't even move. I just look over and open the window.
Yep. Yep. So you'd have to walk over. It's.
Oh, I used my invisible mage hand.
You're using your mage hand, right? Okay. You open the window. There's a man sitting alone at a table, right to the right of the window, and when he heard the tapping, he was looking up, and he watches as the window just opens and the raven flies through over to you guys, and it startles him.
I hit him a piece of bread. Or the raven a piece of bread.
The raven pecks at it, pretending to eat it, but doesn't actually eat it. Or actually, no, the raven will eat the bread. Why not? Yeah, there's no reason why he can't.
Poison the raven.
It's poisoned.
Yeah.
It's full of for whatever, Alka-Seltzer or whatever.
Trying to pop the raven.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And then and hops up on your shoulder and whispers in your ear. And the raven's voice is the voice of Ramalia Haventree. and it says the cultists are gathering to join. Let's see. The cultists spent the night at the Galloping Minotaur in North Ward, and are preparing to join a caravan of shipments and supplies for work on the road to Neverwinter. Seek out Ardred Bryferhue.
Raven.
And
How
then
do you spell any of this stuff?
Yeah. Give me that name one more time.
I put it in chat.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I did not come up with that name. That was pre-written. And then the raven grabs another piece of bread and flies out the window.
And where? One more time. Where are we supposed to? I'm asking Al also. Where did they say for us to go find this person?
I whisper to the group, the Galloping Minotaur.
Well,
Okay.
she said that that's where the cult was staying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I must have missed something then.
She just said that it actually didn't say exactly where to find Ardred. Only that
Gotta find them. Got it.
Yeah, that the cultists were joining a caravan heading north bringing supplies north.
Okay.
Where's the Galloping Minotaur anyway?
What's what?
Where is the Galloping Minotaur?
Oh, I don't even know if it's
It
on
doesn't
the
matter.
map.
Got
But
it.
it doesn't
Oh, it's
matter.
on the map. So it's super seedy.
Well, let's say it's somewhere up by Thunderstaff Way, right up here, or in Troll Skull Alley. It's probably somewhere up there.
Ooh, there's an awesome inn at Troll Skull Alley that's been haunted for many years.
Okay. All right. Tom, just also as another thing for morning rituals, I am going to put up my find familiar,
Mm-hmm.
and for the heck of it, water breathing.
Okay.
You never know when we have to go swimming.
Are you now? You don't have to prepare Find Familiar. You can just do it as a ritual anytime you want.
That's what I'm saying. They're both going to be done as rituals,
Oh, okay.
but I restart them in the morning.
Well, and once you do Find Familiar, you only have to redo it.
It stays until it dies.
Yeah. So what
Okay.
what creature are?
It's an owl.
Your owl. Got it.
Cool. Huff and Puff.
Excellent.
God, I'm trying to find this guy's name and I can't. There's way too many people in this NPC.
Oh,
list.
I know what you're looking for.
Yeah,
You're
his
looking for
name.
Paneth.
Paneth? No, not that. No, I'm looking. Who sent to me? That's what I'm looking for. I know I'm going to Paneth Grimborn, north side of Diamond. I got that. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy who sent me. Leosin. Nope, not Leosin. That's why I'm going through all these people's names.
Who sent you from where?
No, who sent me to see him to drop his name?
Oh,
to say as his
Obslin
favorite?
Minstrel Wish.
Obslin. Where the heck is Obslin? I'm just looking for his.
Obslin, you can find Obslin in
The handouts.
so it's in the cities in Burdusk.
Got him. There he is. That's all I needed was a name. Cool. Got
Yep.
it. Boom. Okay. Perfect. All right. What do we want to meet? Do we want to find where this person is in
Also,
in the city?
Smuck, there is a guard of some type, or at least somebody dressed in formal regalia, some kind of warrior, who drops off a note with a time of late morning, like around 11 a.m. In the upper downs on the north side of the city, for the Griffin encounter.
Brilliant. I suggest we all head to the Griffin encounter.
Elamir has a date.
Like
So-
a date?
He has to go find somebody.
Because
I mean, I can meet you there at 11. I can meet you there
You're
at
looking
11.
for one of those kind of dates. Got it.
It's a special date.
Yeah,
I can meet you there, but I want to get this started if possible.
it's the kind of date that changes your life.
That is right.
I suggest having a pamphlet or a parapet of health. I believe that's the one that keeps you from getting disease.
It does. It does. Yep.
So, why don't we do this? I know what Elamir's.
You know what I'm doing.
Yep. So, Jinx, is there anything special you're doing?
We got a whole day to wait. We got a whole day to waste, or are we heading? Aren't we heading toward? You
Yeah.
said we're leaving town already, right?
Well, tomorrow morning you are, but you have things on the agenda for today, including you still have to find Ardred Bryferhue if you want to join the caravan.
Oh, we do got to find that person, don't we? Well, if we gotta find that person to join the caravan, we just go to the caravan to go find them.
Well, you got to figure out where that is. Shouldn't be hard. Actually, Alamir will know exactly where caravans in the city gather, so that's not a
That's
big
easy.
deal.
Yep, that would be the play, but I would also want to keep an eye open just in case Gemma. I still think she's coming back to stab me in the back or something.
Ah, very good. So, what was the final decision on notifying
Just the Harpers.
the faction, just the Harpers, who's doing that and how?
Do any of us know? We know where the Harper house would be, because as you said, it's a main faction.
Well, and
But
Jinx was
Go ahead.
just there the night before.
okay.
Yeah.
So then, Jinx, is there any way, or are there any? God, it sounds really stupid.
In fact, the Raven was a message from
from the Harpers.
from the main woman. Yes.
Yep. I should have scrubbed the note quick and
send
attached
us
it to the
back,
Raven.
back to
Yeah, you could have done that.
yeah.
My thought on that is I guess we could just I don't see why we just can't go somewhere and meet up with somebody who our person working in the taverns or whatever that would be one of their people and just let them know and let them pass on the information.
Except you really don't know
Yeah.
who that is. This is not an organization that advertises that. Aside from the top, just very few key top people. There's only like 3 or 4 or 5 Harpers off the top of my head who are known.
I would make my way back to the place and so-called throw a note through the window.
Got it. Okay. You go drop off a note. Spot, is there anything special aside in addition today that you'd like to try to do?
No, I think I'd want to rest after being almost, passing out. So
Yeah.
a day of rest sounds good to me.
Got it. All right. So then let's just take care of this quickly in order and get through the day so you can get on your journey. So first off, we have Alamir. Alamir, you go to the address, the place that you know where you can find Paneth.
So I go on down to the C Ward, go off to Diamond Street, and try and find the shop of Paneth Grimborn. Hopefully finding him at work today.
Yep, and you do.
Hopefully it's not Sunday.
No, you find Paneth and in his shop, and it's not a shop. It's a private residence. It has a small little courtyard. It's not a manor house, but it is a small private residence. That's almost like it's
like Majari type.
Yeah,
But
except
fancier.
that it's like a squat square tower that's 4 stories tall. It's like
Okay.
a square wizard's tower. It stands out. You can't miss it, and it has a little gate around the outside that you immediately notice is there are arcane sigils of warding.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. But it is safe to go through the front gate and walk up the center path and knock on the door.
Okay, and I will do that.
And
My best looking cloak.
there's a man answers the door, an old human male with scraggly white hair and a scraggly beard that looks like it hasn't been properly trimmed in probably at least 6 months. And he opens the door in what looks like a very old furry bathrobe of some type, is what it looks like. And he's like, "Yes? What do you want?" You're muted, sir.
That's how quiet I am. I'm like a ninja. I will unmute myself. I will introduce myself. And I will also not just introduce myself as Alamir. I will also do of the town, maybe small as Hill's Edge, and the son of, I'll say my father's name in case that does anything. And I will say I was sent to here by.
That's really nice. You're somebody's son. That's a wonderful thing. Now, please, what is it you want? My time is very, very precious.
Say Obslin Minstrelwish told me to contact you about making a displacer cloak.
The eye roll would displace
His
Five.
pissiness.
would topple a large urn, and he's like, oh, by the 3, that little man is so annoying.
I will nod. I won't say anything, but I will nod.
Wow, what is it? What is it that he said I can do for you?
And I will reach into my bag of holding, and I will pull out the Displacer Beast legendary skin, and I will say, turn this into a Displacer cloak, please.
His eyebrows raise. I see. This is, and he does take it from you, and he looks at it, and he's like, "This is exquisite." I see. Yes. Though not many who can work with these days. Well, this will take some time, and will cost a good amount of coin. So, I assume you have 15,000 gold on you for the
and
work.
I will again say, Obslin Minstrelwish said he will take care of it. That was a big name drop, by the way, right there.
Okay. Are you trying to tell me that I am to do this as a favor for Obslin?
Obslin, yes.
That man.
He's got balls.
Another favor. It is not I that owe him. It is he that owes me 3, now 4 times over.
Now, I don't know if I'm overstepping here, but I will offer the services of myself if there's anything I can do for you. Yeah, that hurts. That just hurts.
And you, some wizard, I suppose, from Hill's Edge, what could you offer me?
And I explained to him whether he needs interesting items moved from place to place in the generally not known to be being happening. I offer him communication through channels that I might be able to help him out. I'm not using the Harpers for him, sorry.
What channels are we talking about?
Candlekeep.
You have connections at Candlekeep?
And I nod and say, yes, they are mine. 5,
What?
12.
How do you have connections there, my boy?
I've spent many years at Candlekeep.
You studied there?
I shake my head, yes.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Fine, okay. This will take some time. Next time, it will at least be 2 10 days.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks of work. If nothing goes wrong, or there are not complications, come back after that, and we shall see where it stands.
And I thank him very much, and I say, please contact me if there's anything that I can try and help you with.
Of course, I will keep that in mind. I know you now, Alamir. I assure you, that shall be called in someday. Keep yourself safe. I have need of such things.
And I nod. I don't know if shaking his hand is worth it.
Nah, he just
turns
and closes the door.
Yeah, he slams the door. And I turn around and walk away. But I do take an image of all of his runes, simply because of the way he has it set up.
Mm-hmm.
Because most likely it's doing the job.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, I'm going to meet for an 11 o'clock wherever.
And and Jinx, you go pop your note, and everyone meets up in the Upper Downs at the hour bell before lunch, before noontime. And when you get there, it is very obvious where to go, because there are multiple griffins being flown and spiraling and landing in a marshalling area in the grassy knolls in the Upper Downs.
You get to fly one?
No. And Hef goes, well, I don't know. What do you, Smock? What are we gonna get to fly him?
Well, we're at the very least going to feed them, and we're going to play with them a little bit, and if they allow us, maybe, but I don't know. This is more of a discovery, more of something to show you that if you're a good boy and I'm a good mentor, maybe someday we can have some griffins in our life and use that to help the world be a better place. But we'll see. Either way, let's enjoy this because it could be fun.
Of course, yes. That's that sounds. This is going to be amazing. And you get up to the spot. There is a couple of the Griffin riders who approach. I have you identify yourselves to them, and you're all. They were not expecting this large a group, but they nod and they kind of. You can tell that they just kind of shrug it off and don't seem too overly surprised. Like maybe this happens.
Yep, and I do make a big deal about this is a young man in my stead who is up and coming, and she has shown a deal of interest. He's an honorable up and coming youth that expressed some interest in Griffin and just everything around the whole mythology as well as zoology of griffins, and that we are happy to be guided, and I am interested in learning about the ecology and everything about griffins. And so show us everything you have to show, and we're happy to learn, and we'll even help put us to some duties for a half a day, and we'll happily help any way we can.
So the Griffin cavalry of Waterdeep is famous. This is basically what they look like in full armor, and
cool.
They are essentially highly trained. It's a special branch of the city guard, highly trained, and they ride. The Griffins are basically all they do. So you are taken to look at the Griffins, and the Griffins are they're easily the size of a very large horse, and it is a just like the eagles that and the lions that they were originally bred from. They are ferocious carnivores. Very muscular bodies, super sharp talons, and they're not overly intelligent, but intelligent like a relatively like a horse. They have slightly above normal animal intelligence. But they definitely look dangerous. So you spend time. You're allowed to, there's some talking Q&A. It's like going to a petting zoo. You learn a little bit about them, what they eat, how they're trained, how they're used in battle, and then you're allowed to pet them, and then Griffins are brought forth, and you're all asked if you'd like to go for a ride.
Absolutely.
Does everybody want to go for a ride?
Oh, yes.
I mean, if the opportunity is there, I'd take it.
Sure.
I do whisper in Hef's ear that maybe someday, if you choose, you could choose mounted combat as you accelerate in your progress, and so pay attention to what's being done with the Griffins.
Excellent. Everyone go ahead, and so each person, there's a separate rider and on a separate Griffin for each of the 5 of you. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check. Just to see. Oh. That's like Hef's like thing.
That's like, I got this.
Nice. So
You're not supposed to grab them in that spot.
yeah.
Clearly.
Spot. Yeah, horses are your thing.
Yep.
This is not everyone is a bird person.
Yep.
Birds kind of freak some people out. It's weird, and those beaks, could just rip you in shreds, and that's a huge beak.
And we'll go with this. This is all about Hef, and I perhaps am a little more abrupt and not as adept and careful with the Griffin, and I want Hef to feel confident that Griffins might be in his future.
Yep, and he takes to it immediately and seems to do really well with the Griffin, even gaining some accolades from the Griffin's rider in that the Griffin actually took a liking to Hef as well. Jinkin, what do you think your role represents?
I mentioned before that I must have I walk up to it and I'm thinking like a horse where you grab it at certain spots and everything else.
Yep.
I grabbed on the wrong area probably.
Oh yeah.
Not realizing. Yeah.
Birds do not like it if you if you touch the wrong feathers or stroke them in the wrong direction, because it digs into their skin. Yeah. Yep. It doesn't bite you, but snaps at you and you jump back. Alamir and Spot, you do just fine. Have no problems with the animals and getting on it, and you each of you get behind their riders, and you go for an exhilarating ride as the animals leap straight up into the air. It's not quite, but close to the experience of riding in a small helicopter, if you've ever done that. Where
Alamir wants to know if Spot does any jumping from like griffin to griffin, all this air acrobatics.
And the Griffin's okay with this.
No.
He's having flashbacks.
Maybe, somehow.
No, I have slow fall, but I'm not going to be jumping that high up in the air.
Hey.
I only ride horseback on my feet.
Yeah, there was a Genasi that was jumping all over the place. But...
So, yeah, you all have a very nice experience, and afterwards there is a lunch is actually laid out, and everyone takes a lunch, and the lunch is included part of the experience, right? And then lunch
Griffins
ends.
too?
They do feed. The Griffins actually are given a little bit of lunch, some raw meat to eat.
Okay, I go ahead and donate 5 gold to the whole gang there, just to say thank you very much for the experience, and then I do turn to Hef, and I say, Hef, a part of this is you finding your own future and doing the things that make you happy. Is this something you would love, and is this something you would like to participate in? Because perhaps we could have this group adopt you, because you've learned enough along the way. Maybe if you wanted to be a Griffin rider for Waterdeep, you could.
Are you trying to get rid of Hef?
No, I'm trying to give him the best future that is interesting to him.
Yep. Yeah, I could see myself doing this. This is amazing, but I mean, I also feel that what you are doing, what you all are doing right now is so incredibly important. It helps protect this city and others in small towns and villages like greenest all over the world.
Absolutely. And this whole wide world, it's yours for what you would like. And if you wish to help writing griffins, that is possibly a future. But I just wanted to make sure you know you have choices.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Your wisdom is, as always, is incredibly valuable and helpful. Thank you. All right. And that, that definitely, you can tell it was very, very impactful for a half.
Cool. Good. Hopefully everybody had a good day and an enjoyable time, right?
Yep. So, and then afterwards you're done. It's after lunch. What are you doing now?
I suggest we go to the Caravan Masters and sign up and make sure that we get properly hooked in with the right caravan. And yes, I happen to agree, Jinkin. Dragon riding would be awesome.
All right.
Tiamat riding. Okay.
Yeah. So, Alamir, you know exactly, and actually you're pretty close to it right now. There are in the North Ward.
You said by the Upper Downs.
Yeah, so up in that
I figured
area,
that.
probably just inside the city, there's some caravan areas where caravans are put together. Now, most caravans these days, well, there are still some that go through the north, many that go through the north. They don't head straight up the tradeway anymore.
Where we're going. Right.
Well, because the tradeway. So here's what you know. Neverwinter was the city of Neverwinter. Was
Once covered in snow.
No,
And then
it was
wintered again.
destroyed, and I'm trying to see the information.
Wasn't that Baldur's Gate 3 when it got destroyed?
I can't
I have a
see
cat.
the information.
I'm not
But
free to
somewhere.
use you.
So, anyway,
Familiar worked.
there is a Neverwinter was destroyed almost completely by an erupting volcano. That sometime in a couple of decades ago, and the leader of Neverwinter, Lord Neverwinter, or Lord Neverember, excuse me, has recently mostly rebuilt the city, and they are now just this.
It's been after the movie.
oh, was it destroyed in the movie still?
No, not completely.
Oh.
Parts of it.
Well, I know that we are in 1503, which is quite a few years after anything that's ever been written so far in for Faerun, any books or anything. So I don't doubt that. But they but now they're working on the road. So the main problem with the road is that the high road that used to connect Waterdeep and Neverwinter went by the cold coastal marsh of the Mere of Dead Men. Over the years, the marsh began to expand for some reason until it flooded the road, and the road kept being relocated further and further inland, and the marshes kept expanding until about 100 years ago. So 100 years ago is when Neverwinter was nearly destroyed by the eruption of the volcano, and so now it's finally at the point where where rebuilding the road will bring land-based trade back. So they're rebuilding the road, and they are also rebuilding the. There's a small town just on the north side of the Mere. And I probably have to look at my map. I don't see it in the notes. But that they're working on revitalizing that as the base of the road building. So these road building camps are constantly need new resources, supplies, and that is what this caravan is going to. So you find where this is the warehouse where this is being coordinated, and you ask around, and you are directed to a gentleman who you are told is Ardred Bryferhue. And this is what he looks like.
His eye like kind of gouged out or something.
Yeah, he has a it's a looks like maybe a birthmark. So, who's talking to him?
This is all Al. He gave the Raven food.
He's
Yes,
the
Elamar,
face.
it is all you.
He's the face.
I don't know why. He only has like a +12 on persuasion or something.
Yeah, my character's better than I am in real life. Yeah, I guess I would approach him. I mean, we are just looking for the job for the next trip, right? Anyway, so
absolutely,
I will go up to him and approach him and see what kind of gigs we got going available.
Okay, he tells you, like he's in the middle of interviewing quite a few people as guards. You look around and everyone roll a perception check.
I do flex my muscles and make sure Hef and I stand out with the others that know us, so they understand that we're the A team.
I picture him actually doing flexes.
And we're all all of us are looking for Gemna.
Ah,
yeah. Keeping our eyes open for somebody that
It glints when she
stature.
smiles.
Yep. So
Nobody else wants to take perception on it.
No one else wants to do perception? Awesome.
My perception rolls have been mediocre at best all night.
That's more than average.
You all look around.
Actually, I didn't roll anything over a 6.
You all notice some of the cultists who you had traveled here north with. A few of them. And after a while, Alamir picks out, finds Fidurla.
Nice.
Who's over at a particular wagon.
Are they the same wagons?
So they are not the same wagons.
What about the non-cultist ones?
No.
Totally different?
So, no, she is supervising the loading of these wagons. Every single wagon, and there are 8 of them, seem to be supply wagons.
General supplies or military supplies?
The general supplies for building the road and the town.
Okay.
Is what they look like. But she is supervising some of the cultists the people you recognize as cultists in the loading of this particular wagon.
Sure. I will approach, since I'm not talking to Ardred. Al. So finish with Al. I'm going to go up to her.
Okay.
Since we have a long history.
let's finish the conversation with Ardred. What what do you tell him?
We're looking to continue going up north, and we figured we can provide our services. We were key instrumental role in keeping the caravan in one piece, all the way up from
Baldur's
where we
Gate.
came from.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
From here to there?
Yep. Kind of give an idea about what to do. I kind of point out there's two guys over there. They're flexing their muscles around and everything else, trying to show off. I kind of point them out that they were, there was him and his, I guess I refer
Underling?
to him. What was that?
Underling?
Well, or Padawan. No, I was thinking more of
His ward.
So
his ward, yeah.
Ardred like narrows his eyes and says, "Oi, you had you come in yesterday in the caravan from Baldur's Gate then?
Yeah, yes, indeed.
I've heard stories. Those are some interesting encounters, attacks that you fended off on the way up.
Yes.
The Fidurla over there who came up with you, she was mentioning to me that we could do no better than to have you all join us if you were looking for work. I saved some spots, making sure you can all come along. I hear you have one driver and
and he's an expert.
Yeah.
I've never seen a guy handle a set of horses a team of horses better than him.
excellent. And then 5 guard positions then.
Yes.
Well, you're hired.
No, that was easy. How much pay?
Standard pay. It's 4 for the driver, 5 for the guard.
Muted. Slork.
No,
Slork
no,
goes
no,
muted.
no.
I was gonna say,
no.
I
I
kinda
need
do
double.
believe-
I need
I
double.
drive and I'm a guard. I'm kind of both.
I was gonna say, I believe the driver, he is very handy in the arcane arts, and not only does he drive, but he's able to help fend off. I do believe he deserves a little bit more than 4. Those 2 guys over there flexing,
Nothing.
whatever.
Hef has made more money on this trip than his entire family's life, okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. That'd be fair. That'd be
That
fair.
must be-
All right.
And that's good.
5 apiece.
Thank you.
I'm okay with that. I just
Put a
want
little
him to get
extra in
paid,
your
so-
cup.
Yeah.
What
Wait,
did we
is
earn
that
from
5?
the last time?
Is that-
5
Did
each.
we get paid from?
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
Oh
Tom, I
yes.
thought you put it on his...
Yeah.
Well, that's right, you're
Actually, you get. Hold on. I've
Yeah,
got it written down
55
here.
was it?
No, 25 gold.
Yeah, Spot and Luna each got 25 gold. I got it written.
Yep.
Now I can take the spot off and
Okay.
just say,
Now I
Luna.
got gold.
go ahead, Al.
I thought I was gonna say something around that nature. Oh, and I'm gonna look around. Is there any like locked chests or whatever laying around?
No.
No. Okay.
You open
I was
them
gonna
all.
try to find a reason to sell some more locks off to the guy. Okay,
No,
I'm good.
you look because the supplies that are being loaded what's obviously being loaded are, axes and nails, shovels, basic.
We're about stripping areas out and then building up what we need to build.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And some foodstuffs like salt and stuff like that.
Oh,
So.
is there a guy coming with I don't know if he has a book around with a roster of names and everything else laying on the table. He's tired.
Well, that is a good question. Roll 2d10. Let's see if this guy keeps a
Who
right.
specifically
keeps
are
a
you
book.
looking for, Al? Gargoyle dude?
No. Honestly, what I was looking for specifically is that stupid, useless guy with the damn alcohol.
Oh, the guy in the back. Bade Shishbul. Bade Sekpul.
He does have a roster in front of him with names on it, and that name is not on there. Aside from the cultists, you don't see any names on, and as Bara Joss, you don't see any names on there that you recognize.
So, this is a cultist?
Is there any names that use the same letters as our purple wizard guy or whatever? In their names that looks like they maybe the guy put his name down as like an anagram.
Gravin? Galvin?
Galvin?
Yeah.
No.
Nevlag?
Not at all.
Looking for Nevlag. The green.
Oh, does he look like he's pretty filled up yet then? Or does it look like he has a few spaces left?
Actually, it looks like with the people that are here, all the spaces are being filled. He fills your 5 up and then picks 2 other people he was talking to, and he's done.
And I look the people up and down, and if there's any people that like jump out at me as being CD individuals, kind of point them out to him.
Make an insight check.
Oh, they're all great.
Or they all look. So the non-cultists that you notice look like they're just laborers. People looking. They look like the type of people in this world who, if it was our world, would be the people that get travel to Alaska to work in the harsh conditions and make good money that they can't make in the city.
One last thing is that Niren guy there.
No. Oh, Niren. I'm sorry. You do not see Niren. His name is on the list.
And it's Gemma's name.
Gemna is not there and not on the list.
Okay. I do ask if he's noticed any shorter individuals with 2 silver front teeth, and I missed the person.
No, he has not seen anyone like that. You do notice.
I overplay in the concerned look on my face about the thought of the name, even as the thought of the description.
Roll a straight intelligence check.
Oh, straight intelligence? Oh, yeah, okay. 1 or 2. Wait, what? Oh, I automatically get +1 on it. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for jack of all trades.
Is that good?
Yeah, no, nope. Nothing stands out to you.
Luna says she will return.
Excellent. Okay.
Is there one lady here too? The dwarf. The non-dwarf dwarf.
Yeah, the dwarf accent archer. No.
Yes. Oh, okay.
She is not. You know
Kashara?
that Kashara was coming to the city to hoping to find some work and work in the city for a while.
I kind of also throw it out to him, like mentioning that, I kind of wish Kashara would have been here. She's a crack shot with her bow. Maybe he would just hear the name and maybe use it for later on.
Okay. Yep. No, he notes it. You notice he even writes the name down on kind of like up in the margins of his list, so he remembers the name. He goes, if she looks for work, I'll be hiring her surely.
No, not Shirley. Sorry, resist.
So, all right, Alamir, you walk over to talk to Fidurla.
Um, on my way over to Fedurla, do I notice, because remember I spent most of those weeks studying the different cultists, studying their faces, their names. Well, who's the drivers? Who's this and that? Do I see any of them in this at this caravan right now?
So you look around, you walk over to that area, and you notice like there's a bunch of people. You don't see. You immediately notice you don't see Naren.
Okay.
Roll a for yourself. Actually, let me see. Go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay.
Yeah, that easily does it. You pick out, other than Naren, you pick out only 2 other cultists who arrived in the city with you who are not here.
So then, now that so we're looking at, out of wagon cultists, 2, 4, 5 guards and 5 drivers.
And 2 of the
And some of them are
guards are
dead.
not here.
Okay.
Akval and Iverius.
Akval and Iverius. I don't even see an Akval.
No, but there was an Akval.
Okay, I got you. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna approach.
I didn't
Your,
give you
yeah.
all of the.
That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm
minutia
just gonna
names.
approach her with. Did you get some rest? And I will start naming off cultists. I'll say, oh, it's great to see Akra here, and oh, look, it's Dorn. He's blah blah. All of the, just letting her know that I know who's who.
Yep. No, absolutely.
So it's not a persuasion. It's not a deception. It's a ego thing.
There it
And
is.
at the same time, I will approach with my hand out and shake her arm if she wants. If it's a Roman gladiator, knuckle bump, whatever, of a curtsy. I don't know.
Absolutely no. She shakes your hand. That's perfect.
And I've noticed the wagons are filled with clearing tools and building tools. Now you've finished your caravan. Your old caravan has been completed.
She looks at you with a smile on her face, and the smile just kind of grows a little bigger, and she reaches down and pulls
into
back
one of them
the tarp underneath
What's
some of the underneath a where a row of shovels are laying, and underneath you see the glint of the loot.
Treasure. Understood.
Yeah.
And Alamir will smile.
And she winks.
And Alamir takes it and smiles and says, I didn't think you were just going to bring shovels and pickaxes and axes to, where the hell are we going? Baldur's Gate.
No, that's where you came from.
Oh, sorry. Next one, Neverwinter.
Well, you're
That's
not.
where we're heading.
You can't make it to Neverwinter.
We can if we make our own road.
Well, I guess you could.
No, we're going through the marsh though. The Maraca. I gotta get this.
The Mirror of Dead Men. But
That's where we're.
There is
it's not the right one.
You're going to a roadhouse.
Outside, but I thought that was along the west road heading towards Neverwinter.
It's on
Or
the
is it-
road on the east.
Right.
It's but right. So is
Right before the Sword Mountains Bend, ish.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay. I smile and I greetily, not greedily, greetily say, So a successful caravan to Waterdeep then.
And she smiles and says, yes, thanks to you and your friends, of course.
I'm counting the wagons. Same amount of wagons leaving Waterdeep that arrived for the cultists?
They had 5, they had 5 wagons.
And there are 5 this time.
There are 8 leaving.
So there are 8 cultist wagons leading, or 8 wagons?
They're
leading?
different wagons.
Okay, we haven't seen. They're new.
Yeah.
But they're all carrying the similar supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm asking. So, what time is this grand caravan leaving tomorrow? I wasn't talking to the guy. I don't know.
At dusk. She tells you it's leaving at dusk.
Dusk or dawn?
Or dawn. I'm sorry, at dawn. Yes.
I don't like nighttime. I ask where Niren is.
I do that all the time.
That's totally okay.
You're
a very busy man.
She just says he had other things to do while we loaded the wagons.
I don't know how to ask her this, but I want to ask her, have you heard from Galvin lately? That I don't know how to say it. Oh, I know how. I think I know how to say it. I'm not under my tongue, but I will squish into her a little bit, and I'll lean in and I'll say, have you seen Galvin in town lately? 'Cause we have.
And she raises an eyebrow. Her left eyebrow arches up.
And I piss her off and she casts a spell on me.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. This is gonna hurt. I broke my persuasion.
Okay.
So she doesn't believe me then. That's all she does. Just doesn't believe.
No. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Ouch. That hurt. Well, not much.
She goes, really? That's news to me. So he's a friend of yours, is he?
Not really a friend. More of a on again, off again acquaintance. For some reason, he really doesn't like me specifically.
She puts her first time she's ever done this. She puts her left hand out on your shoulder to like square your body to hers. Looks you in the eye, and her jovial smiling face gets very serious, and she looks straight into your eyes and she says, are you certain about that? Are you certain he perhaps not a friend, but is not someone who could help you?
And I'm not going to square up to her in a smock way, but I will square up to her so that we are equally same height, same eyes to eye, and I will say, he can never be helpful to me. And I'm going to turn and walk.
Okay.
And that's what I did the first time we met too. So it's a common thing.
Yep.
I just gave up on her.
There you go.
Leave her with that, and we'll see how it goes, because I know we're still being bloodhound hunted. So,
Smock, roll a perception check. And Spot, you go ahead too. Spot, are you rolling a perception?
I rolled one. I'm not rolling good.
Oh.
Did it not come through on the thing?
It didn't come through, no. Okay. All right.
Well, that's weird. All I did was click back to the tab and then it went through.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So, yep. So you all kind of see these conversations happen. And then Jinx finishes his conversation with Ardred, and Alamir comes back from talking to Fidurla. What are y'all doing?
Well, we're all set.
So we're now guarding the cultists' wagons again.
Technically, we're just incognito going up there with them knowing who we are.
I was going to say,
And
Fedora knows who we are.
And it is exactly a single 10-day trip.
and they're paying us to do it.
Yep.
So
From the gold in the wagons, got it.
Yeah. So
I do let everybody know, especially Smock, since it probably will piss him off that he's guarding their money. Well, it wasn't their money, but
Do you mention anything else that you?
I will report that Nadira is not coming. We seem to have lost a couple of we lost Skippy and Bilbo, the guards. They've been replaced with so and so and so and so. And
Akval and Iberius.
Yes, Akval and Iberius will no longer be with us.
But now, Jinx,
the drivers.
You saw both. No, you didn't see those names on there. Sorry. Hef puts his hand out on Smock's shoulder when Iberius's name is mentioned.
Oh, that was when he killed his father.
Yeah.
I didn't even have that in my notes. Hold on.
There was no Iberius. Where is he?
Where should I put this? Oh, there we go. Iberius. He's a what guard? He was a cultist.
Yep.
Cultist guard.
You know that he
Pass.
was specifically a dragon wing.
No regalia, but he was lowest rank.
No. So that is Dragon Claw. So because you studied them. I don't know if I ever told you this, but by the end of the trip, you had figured out from your studies in Candlekeep and watching everybody closely on the trip, the drivers were all Dragon Claws. The guards were Dragon Wings. Fidurla is a Dragon Fang, and Naren is a Dragon Soul.
But he's not here, and she said he's not going to be with us. That's what she said. I mean, it doesn't mean he's not going to show up.
Right. Well, but and his name was on the roster that Jinx saw.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to let them know that. But it's not the first time. I'm going to say she's still playing the. You could always join the cult to better yourselves and all that stuff that she offered to me. I think she also offered that to Smock, wasn't it? Was that you? Where she was like, it's better over here. I think it was Smock. Somebody that she was talking to. She did the, you could work for us, blah, 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 blah. So she's still recruiting.
Did she?
I thought she talked to someone who was getting in depth with her about it's better because if I remember correctly, it was a deity to cult discussion of, well, I follow this, and you could always follow this. No, I'm getting head shakes from one. No, okay. Al says no, so it has to be.
I don't remember that.
See,
never mind.
If it was anything, it would probably have been either from Smock or from our dragon monk skills, that kind of stuff that would attract your attention.
I never got offered anything.
Okay. Well, she offered to me, or she expressed that it could be better to um, join Galvin rather than be on the other side. And I told her, okay, and left. Because that's twice we've basically survived a Galvin attack. And that there's a lot of money in the caravans. So the question is, do we deliver these caravans?
If we do get ambushed again, I'm not saying that we would just let back.
Break open a wall?
No, we could actually let the caravan fall and then defeat the bad guys, and then we have everything. Just saying.
Mwahaha.
Well, you would have the stuff, but you could have gotten the stuff like before they hit Baldur's Gate. The whole purpose of this was to see its ultimate destination, and to see what else you could find out. So, which has been going pretty well. So, as you're done talking, and you do, as you're walking out the door, there are two of the guards that signed up along with you guys are having a conversation, and you hear the words half dragon.
We do pipe in and listen.
Yeah, because the half dragon is.
They are talking about rumors of a half dragon being sighted in the area around a 10-day ago.
Razmir.
And around the northern gate. Chromatic half dragons are very rare and definitely cause alarm when they're seen. The rumor is that the half dragon was traveling with a strong escort of mounted guards headed north.
How far out from everybody else are these two guard peoples?
They're just
out
in the street from the warehouse that you were just in.
We need to find out if that was Razmir. Again. If Galvin was here, good chance Razmir was here.
Did they mention the color, by the way?
That's what I was going to ask.
Are you going to ask? They didn't mention. Are you going to ask?
If the guards are talking,
Hmm?
Yeah. I mean, throw it out there and be like,
we got Smock. He can stand there and look guardy-like. There, see?
Well, you most of you were just hired as guards too.
Yep. And it'd be like, oh, you're not scared of a, green half dragon, are you?
Well, I'm not. I mean, I'd fight one if it's my job. I'd fight one if I had to, but I mean, in green might be easier than I heard this one was black.
If Al doesn't say anything, if Jinx doesn't say anything, Almir will lean in and say, that is interesting, a black half-dragon. They wouldn't have said if he was wearing any form of robes or regalia. I mean, having this troop of guards that are guarding him wherever he's going, I mean, he's got to be some uppity up.
No one mentioned any, like, what he was wearing. Like, what? Why? Do you know do black half dragons wear like something special?
Okay, apparently Jenkins.
I walk up as he's talking. He mentioned I kind of look at their weapons that they have on their sides. See the weapon. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hand a fight.
Almir's going to respond back and say, "You haven't heard? There's a half-black dragon. He dresses in purple regalia. They've got his face, his whole thing is all over town, down in the south, and we are wondering if he possibly was running up north. Blah 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 blah.
Haven't heard. They look at each other and we're like, well, I haven't heard anything about purple regalia, but that seems pretty specific, and that would stand out.
It would. It really would.
But I mean, but you got to figure, like they didn't come in the city, so.
When did they leave?
Well, this sighting was at least a 10-day ago.
Oh, okay.
So it would have been when no sooner than when you were in Daggerford.
Daggerford. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not recent.
Then there's no. We can call this conversation cold for now. But
Actually,
go ahead.
To stoke the flame a little bit, maybe I'll just throw something out there like, if he's strong enough, maybe he can polymorph like a full dragon. And maybe he is in the city. Heck, I point to his buddy. He could be him.
You look at each other. They just, yeah. They kind of look at you and are like, or it could be you.
And we laugh.
And I will turn around and look at them and go, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Jenkins suddenly turns into a dragon.
And walk away.
and minor illusion is cast on him in the head of a dragon.
Yeah, so Jinx turns around and walks away, and the rest of you see these two look at each other and look at Jinx's back, and they back up against the wall, and they just kind of sidle back into the warehouse, out of sight.
Gotcha. We'll see him on the caravan.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So you have found some information out. You have attached yourself to the caravans for the morning. You've made your done your reports. Survived your encounter. Another encounter.
Part 2.
Yeah, with dragon spawn.
Survived.
And so you're all set for your final night in Waterdeep. So I assume, given the conversations at this point, you just want to make it a nice quiet night, maybe some more good drinking, and then get a good night's sleep.
Quiet night.
And tonight we are going to all sleep in the same room in a tiny hut. In Leoman's tiny hut.
Yep.
And Jinx, you want to get up extra early?
I kind of do, because I'd like to see them arrive, just to see if there's anybody that jumps in and gets in the wagons that aren't sleeping in the wagons already or whatever.
And I get a sketch pad to actually do a number of pictures and sketches of griffins, and just to capture griffins and how they look.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is all easily done.
Is it a magical pad that actually captures griffins?
The last thing Alamir wants to do is he wants to go to the scribe the Neverwinter teleportation circle.
Yeah, and you can do that. So you can do that.
It's right here, Waterford there.
So we can, and if there's anything else people think about between now and next Tuesday and next session, we could retro it. Otherwise, we're going to be getting up bright and early and starting the last bit of the trip in the caravan next session. So
sounds like a plan.
Thank you. And the next session is session 30. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
This like time goes so fast. This is awesome. But thank you, everybody. That's the end of episode 29. Thank you for playing, gentlemen. Thanks to all out there who are watching our adventures. And until next time, may your life be filled with peace, joy, and love. Thank you.